wait for him to unmute. Because I tend to speak like right off the bat as soon as we go live, especially when we have tailgaters. So thank you so much, Comic Geek McD, NYC, and Barbarian. Good to see you guys.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yes, happy Halloween. Yeah, he always has me on mute for like the longest time. Then I'm like, okay. So then I have to wait till he gets this off mute.
Yeah,
But
so this is issue 76 of Married with Issues Live. We're live on at youtube.com/c/Married with Issues.
I'm a
live
cat.
every Saturday. You are a cat.
I gave up on the human life, guys. I'm gonna live the rest of my life as a cat. I'm just a cat.
Yeah, so it's Halloween Day.
Yes.
And originally, I mean, we had planned on...
True believers.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to try and... Not like dress up, but...
I thought about it, but I couldn't find what I was looking for. And it wasn't where I thought some of my other stuff was. But I've had these cat ears for like 10 years. And they've never let me down.
Yeah, you've had them for quite a while.
And my Robin shirt that I had last time that had the cape on it, I thought about wearing that, but it doesn't fit the same. It's a little too big. So, yeah. But I did go with the Catwoman.
Yeah, so yeah, we did do that much. The Batman and Catwoman.
We didn't
Funko
get
Pop
too many
shirts.
books, though. I did pick up your, Doomed and the Damned from McD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I did pick that one up. That one's in the stack somewhere. It might actually still be out in the living room. But yeah, we did get that one for you today, McD.
Yeah, and we literally just walked back in the door, too. We literally just barely got back.
Yeah. I didn't mean to sleep till noon. I meant to, like, wake up at, like, 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get up till noon.
Yeah, I mean, I ended up falling back asleep on the couch, so I didn't help with that.
Yeah. It's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but, I mean, we got a lot to get into on this one. I mean, we
Yes.
have, so yeah, we'll have the His and Her Hunt, kind of a Halloween edition of that. And then we're also going to do our bringing top 5 out of the woodworks, top 5 horror films, and then
Moon Knight's been casted.
and then just like one bit of news, pretty much just about that Moon Knight thing.
Which we didn't realize. Who was it in chat that had said it on Hialeah's and Javi's Inquiring Minds when we were on with them? Is when I don't remember who it was in chat. I know
I almost want to say
it was somebody that was like,
was it Mastodon or maybe Chad 90? It might have been 90.
it might have been.
I can't remember who it was. It was
Mastodon. Hey Andy, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. It was one of them. It was. I have a terrible memory.
I do too.
But,
We both have
yeah.
terrible short-term memory.
Yeah. It was but I actually think it's a good casting for Moon Knight.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, we're going to get into it a little bit later, but yeah, just to get into it a little bit, but yeah,
Well, I never know what pattern you have.
I mean, just off the name, I didn't recognize him just from the name, but once I looked at looked up a picture, while he doesn't look like, I do recognize him from some stuff I think I've seen him in, though he does look familiar, but while he doesn't look like Mark Spector per se, but he also...
He looks like
he looks
could,
the part, though, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's... I think he's like Guatemalan, I think is what he is, but...
I think so.
in
In the pictures that we pulled up, it looks like he has a wide range of looks that he could definitely I think he might be good. I'm kind of bummed that it's not Keanu Reeves, but...
Yeah, Keanu Reeves was our fan
I still think it's a good
cast.
cast. Yeah, I still think it's a good cast. It's like, if they ever bring Ivy back, they need to just turn Olivia Wilde into a redhead and have her be Ivy.
She's perfect for that,
She
too.
would just kill it. She would knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I know we've fan casted Ivy quite a bit, like off show, but I don't think we've ever done it on show, right? Because we've only done a couple editions on show of casting issues.
I think so.
We did Doom, and then what was the first one?
Hey.
There was one before,
Good
but I
to
can't
see
remember.
you, Kavi. That just reminded me of Hey Girl Hey. Remember when that was a phase?
Hey Girl Hey.
Yeah, it was like Hey Girl Hey, and that's like, yeah, that's like from a good 10 years ago, maybe.
I remember hearing some people do that, but yeah, a lot of the...
It just yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people I knew didn't really do that.
I remind myself of random things at random times.
Yeah, I can't remember who our first, because I think we've done 2 casting issues.
I think so.
And I remember we did Doctor Doom, but I can't remember what the first one was now. It might have been, it wasn't Poison Ivy, was it? God, I might need to look in the
Yep.
history of our own show.
I think it might have been just the hype with Catwoman and Batman, so it might have been fan casting on that.
Oh, we might have, it
I
might have been
think maybe.
Catwoman, actually.
There was only one book
Yeah.
out that I got this week because there just wasn't
one,
any others.
well, one new book,
And
right?
it's Happy Halloween, indeed. I know, I can't believe we're already on Halloween. Where did the time go?
Yeah.
Like, it was just January yesterday.
It's crazy we're on issue 76 of our show, too.
Yesterday was a year ago. And I only had one new book this week, so of course I had to get Hellblazer, because I am just a big fan of Sandman Universe and Hellblazer, John Constantine. Even though I'm a little behind on this series, this was the only new book I had. The other one that I was going to get was Unkindness of Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But our LCS never got the first issue, and then the second issue was in the hold, and I thought about it, but I never got the first issue, so I didn't end up getting it.
Yeah,
So
I'd
I
probably
only
wait until you
had
get the first one.
This one new book, which is, I can't wait to read.
One
Hellblazer.
thing, oh, now I just lost it. What the hell was it? Damn it.
Soldier, did you get your art germ, Dr. Doom? He got 2.
Yeah, yeah.
He did.
What the? Oh no, that's what it was. Yeah. So the other thing that we're gonna get to on the show, I remember the third thing, is just some of our favorite like horror themed comics and collectibles that we have in our collection.
If we get that far, and
Yeah,
it
if we
don't
get there.
steer us
Yeah,
too
that's
off
what I'm
track,
saying. Yeah,
'cause that's what I'm
usually-
good at.
Yeah, usually with how we banner and just bullshit for the lack of a better term. Yeah, we normally only have like one kind of segment planned, and we easily go over an hour every time. So this time with 3, hell, I don't know. But
Well, we weren't too late to our own show, I don't think.
well, here's the first. Obviously, the last run.
We didn't get a bag and board for that one, though, so I don't know. Since it's a different size, I don't know if they had the different sizes for it. Like how they do for the prestige type.
I mean, I think the
Big,
prestige just usually is
thicker
like
ones.
magazine size.
Yeah. I think so.
But I did mention it. I can't remember what company it was where they said they were making a
A special bag and
special
board.
size for it. Yeah.
I don't know. But it kind of makes me sad that they didn't give us one at the LCS for that one. If they did have different ones. Because I don't know if they do or not. So I could, because maybe they didn't have any at all and that's why they didn't give us one. That's always a possibility too.
Yeah, it's possible. That's kind of what I figured, is that they didn't have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so starting off with
I did find a
some of the newer
few
ones.
good books. Yes.
So yeah, we obviously got to start with this one.
Oh no! I hope you get yours soon, McD.
Yeah. So of course we had to get this. So this one kind of comes with this story. I mean, so last week when it actually came out, when we went to get it, they didn't have it in our hold.
And there
But-
are so many Last Ronin variants and none here. Yeah,
I know there's
there's-
so many. That's crazy.
we
that
still
there
have to
isn't,
go to
like-
the nerd store.
Yeah.
And check out there because they usually order in abundance, but I know it was pretty hyped that they might not have gotten enough out.
Especially when it's their own.
Yeah,
Because like I remember with their con exclusive to the Dead Rabbit one,
that's
they had them sitting there for a long time. Yeah.
and they had quite a few. But yeah, so last week we were expecting to get the Doctor Doom book, Fantastic Four variant, and it wasn't in our hold.
Yeah, they just missed it, and it was already sold out. The copies that they did get.
But yeah, I was honestly a little surprised that they were both in there this week already.
Yeah.
Because like they pulled up our poll and it was like, yeah, you had him down for it, and so we got him pretty quick.
Yeah, he's like, did we have you down for 2 of them? And I'm like, well, yeah,
Yes.
but
If we could, we would have gotten 3 or 4.
yeah.
Right.
Well, but yeah, there's also more to come in the future with this one though.
Yes, that's true.
But I love this cover. It's still one of my favorite covers. It's a little bit darker.
That's what I was about to say. Is it's a little darker than I was expecting,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Like the pictures, it just seemed a little bit brighter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in person, it is just a little bit darker. But I think it almost adds to it though.
I think it still looks very beautiful.
I mean,
It's a good
Archerm,
cover.
who's Archerm, who's more known for his like female characters that he does. I mean, that's not
Oh,
to say he doesn't knock out. I just noticed this, like how there's even like a little wisps of like breath,
yeah.
like he's in the cold. I just noticed that.
Had we actually prepared, we could have done like our top five, not top fives. We could have done like our picks for the Comic Halloween special. It was such a
Oh,
good show last night. I didn't catch all of it. We were pretty busy at work, and then we kind of slowed down, so I was able to be in some of it for about like 8 minute increments before I got another call, which was such a battle for me because I'm like, come on, we're getting 8 minutes between calls. Let me go get off work early, and they just still wouldn't do it. So,
yeah, you were pretty
but
slow.
yeah, because well, and it was weird because we were like really busy at the beginning of the day. I didn't think it was gonna go through at all, and then near the end of the day, I thought that it could have because we had slowed down, but they still didn't let me off early. But we did end up watching the rest of it like right after on the rewind, and it was such a great show.
It
It
was.
was really good. There was one book that I would have done for the Scarecrow one. I would have done the Catwoman Scarecrow that I found a couple months back. And it just reminded me because one of these other books has Scarecrow, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, so you pick up Spawn. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is in. It is in here. I think it was 311.
Yes.
There was also. Oh, hey Russ, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
The other thing that I like to collect, other than like little mini series, is if we have a series or a story arc in trade, I really like trying to find the first issue of that trade. And so this is one that this was a really good trade read too.
Mm-hmm.
And like near the end, it was just like could have been avoided. But yeah, so I got Ultimate Daredevil and Elektra #1
Mm-hmm.
that I found in a random box today that I'm like, I want to get this.
Yeah,
It's
so
beautiful.
that's the Ultimate Universe.
Mm,
Daredevil and Elektra.
yeah. I'm a real sucker for getting the #1s if we already have it in trade, so I had to.
Especially if it's either like a series you love a lot or a
Hmm.
character or anything like that.
This was a really good read though, too.
It was.
Like,
I kind of want to reread it.
yeah.
And I remember it had really good art in it too.
Oh yeah. The art was beautiful in it. Like even that one is just so good.
It looks
Got
like
a good
it's
Daredevil.
Salvador LaRocca,
Mm-hmm.
who probably is one of my favorite like interior artists, like modern interior artists.
He's good.
He's actually doing the interiors on the Doctor Doom series.
Ooh.
And that looks like it was written by Greg Rucka. I forgot it was written by Rucka.
Yeah. It was a good read.
Yeah,
I
I
liked
kind of
it.
want to reread that.
Happy Halloween.
So, last week or whenever it was, because Batman and the Outsider 17 is out already, but I noticed I had missed 16, so I had to pick up 16
Yeah.
today. And then we got Tech 1029. Looks like the chilling debut of the Mirror. Looks like
Yes.
another
I
new
need
villain.
to catch up on tech so bad.
See,
And
you
like
won't
I need to
have to
catch
read
up on
these
Three Jokers
because
too.
this is after,
Right.
so you won't have to like read these ones if you don't necessarily want to. And
I
speaking
need to
of
read the ones before
the aforementioned Doctor Doom series,
because I'm still 2 issues behind on Catwoman. The 2 books I can't wait to read are More TMNT, Last Ronin, and Batman and Three Jokers. Yes.
yeah, I haven't read it yet. Like I said, we just literally just got back. I'm gonna read it right after the show though.
Yeah. We definitely. I need to read the Three Jokers. I haven't read any of those ones yet. And we did get more cards. We got the
Ooh,
Joker and Red Hood.
yeah.
And
I
then
don't
we
know if
got
you
one
saw
more
the cards.
Batgirl
Oh,
one.
we didn't bring them in here, huh?
I don't think so,
'Cause
but I can go grab them.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
just grab
I'll
one
I'll be right back.
because we've shown all the other ones.
I think so.
And if McD hasn't seen the cards on these ones, you're really gonna love this one. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like McD's gonna love this card for him. I had so yeah, like how she said she hasn't read the Three Jokers. I haven't read the second one yet. And speaking of which, we got the third one right here. We picked up today. So there's the third one. I love this cover. This is the Killing Joke version of Joker cover. So that's another thing I need to read right off the bat is finally read books 2 and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ended up grabbing a few.
Oh, and then I think I didn't show that yet. So there's the Spawn, Andy, right there. There's 311, or yeah, it is 311.
There. Yeah, so then we got another extra one of the Batgirl. But yeah, we didn't realize we grabbed so many of these until after the fact.
Yeah.
But like, that's what this one is. If it like zooms in or
Yeah, I don't know if you
focuses.
gotta like,
Right.
if I gotta like hide my face or something.
My hand looks contorted. It's weird. I'm not
know,
double
it's like-
jointed, but yeah. See, so that one's like really cool. So we got like quite a few of those ones on accident. We didn't mean to get so many. I think we have like 6 or 7 of them.
Oh, yeah, we kind of grabbed a bunch of them.
And then we got another Batgirl one.
Which that was the second one, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'll have to put those in with your books that we're sending out.
Oh, this is true. Andy says, Fuchsia, you should try Justice League Dark. It's a series I think you'll like. I think you would like that.
I think there's a good chance, yeah.
Especially there's a lot of characters you really like in it, like Constantine, Wonder Woman, Zatanna. I think Swamp Thing has been in it.
I'm gonna have to. Is it an ongoing series right now, or is it?
Well, it might.
It
It might have been one of the titles that was canceled recently. I think so.
I might have to get it in
I
trade.
could be wrong, but yeah, it has been ongoing recently.
I trust your judgment for sure.
I can't remember the number it got up to.
Every time somebody's like, tells me to like look into one, I'm like so grateful that you guys did, because I'm like, it's so good.
It's actually one
So-
it's another one of those series that I kind of wish I had been getting the whole time.
But were you getting some of them?
The regular Justice League,
Oh,
but not Dark. I never got Dark. I was getting the original Justice League at the beginning.
I'll have to look into it. And then I got this poster today because I saw it and I had to.
Yeah, this poster. It's because I think it's how DC actually solicits their stuff. Because it does have all the solicitations on the back.
Yeah, I want to get a frame for it, and like,
yeah, that one we need a frame.
It's just so awesome. I love the way that I love it.
Yeah, for the podcast listeners, it's about Batman Catwoman poster, and I think it's the regular Clayman cover.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I had to grab that one too.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like the A cover of the first one.
This
think.
one's going to you, McD.
Oh yeah, that one's his. I'm glad they still had it.
Okay. Well,
I'm kind of surprised. Oh,
I had him put him in the hold.
That's right. Okay.
Because sometimes I email them and I tell them, hey, if it's not in there, will you put it in there? Or if you still have a copy of this book, put it in there.
I'm surprised because I heard like a lot of places sold out of them pretty quick.
It's ongoing, but I think it was canceled. Yeah, okay. I'll have to look it up in trade, because I really do love my trades.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
been a while
McD
since
said, I know, that would be a good one to have in trade, too.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was writing it. I can't remember who it was who was writing it, though, but, oh, yeah, McD said Batman and the Outsider 17 is the end of that run. That's what I was thinking it was that one. Yeah. Which sucks, because, I mean, I've only read up to issue, like, 5 or 6. I have all of them.
Yes.
But I'm still just only at like 5 or 6.
You're actually giving them to me to read too on some of them, I think.
I think I was at first, but it's all right if you don't start them for a little while, because it's its own thing, like
its own universe thing.
Well, I mean, it's still like the regular
but
Batman, but yeah, it's its own like standalone thing though.
This one I had to get to. This one I have in trade, but it's another #1, and like I can't help it, Ant-Man.
I mean, hell, it's those Mark Brooks covers. Actually, this
I
one
want to say
and
that
the
I
next
feel like
one
I
you're
have
gonna
this
show.
already, but I really don't think I do, and I think it's just because it's the cover of the trade.
I think it is the cover of the trade.
I know for sure it's the cover of the trade. I just don't know for sure if we have it, and I don't think we do that. Well, now we do. Obviously, it's in my hand. Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. But yeah, I had to get this Ant-Man #1 because it's just...
I mean, obviously,
love
yeah,
it.
usually the cover of the trade is like the first issue of the series, but I've noticed when they do like subsequent editions or printings, though, if it's like the second time they've ever collected it, then they might do like the cover of like the second issue, which they did with that Cap series right there.
That's true. I remember you were so thrown off by that. You're like, well, wait, what? Why?
Yeah, because it was the cover of 2, but what it was, I noticed later, is because it was their second printing.
Oh,
it was their second time collecting it.
Okay. I'll have to
Oh,
see
it's on 30-something.
I'll have to see if they do it in the trade. Or even back issues, though, at this point would be pretty cheap. So I'll have to look into those.
Hell, I think a lot of them were actually ending up in our quarter bin.
You're so very welcome, McD. You deserve it. We're hoping to get all of our AOKs out by Christmas. Because we got
Yeah, we would like to have them out by Christmas. I think there's
4. We're working on
Four?
4 different ones.
I was counting 3, but no, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, there's 4.
Yeah. So
And
hopefully those will be out by Christmas.
I think only a couple of them, maybe. Well, no, 3 no.
3 of them know. One of them has
3 of
no
them know.
idea.
One of them should know at this point.
Yeah.
This
It's
one,
exciting.
This one at
Hey,
first.
Rod. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you.
Yo, Rod.
So good to see you.
So this one,
Ooh, I did like some of the new 52 run stuff.
yeah, I think they did have a new 52 run on that. So this one at first was a cover
What
by,
happened to the silver wrench
but then,
emoji since I don't have a blue one? I don't. You should have had one a long
he
time
doesn't.
ago.
Yeah, I'll have to write that down so I can remember to do it after the show. I don't know
He's
if
in
there's
the
a pencil.
doghouse now, guys.
I could have sworn I thought he did have one.
Yeah, you should have had one. I definitely should have had one. I thought you would have by now, but
Yeah.
I don't know the technical stuff. He does all of that. We'll get that fixed. At least he hasn't blocked anybody on accident. Because there was a little while there where he accidentally blocked McD and didn't realize because he was like falling asleep on his phone.
It's so easy to do that. Like,
Yeah, it happens, but we'll get that fixed.
yeah. So this Inhale Glee
Hey,
cover.
Splash Page Comics, thanks for joining us.
Holy cow! Hey, Splash Page.
Mr. White Gloves.
Oh, Tim the Comic Collector sent me 81 books for his contest. Holy cow!
That's insane.
I mean, we've gotten some pretty insane
Right,
boxes
yeah.
from Gretzky, but
Gretzky and Stay Puft and Sean.
I think one of Gretzky's was like 40
Your
or
hair's
50.
longer than mine.
I know, I think it was like 40 or 50 books, something like that. But 81, like, holy cow!
That's a grip. That's this community.
Plus
is so
3
awesome.
slabs, a whole bunch of minor keys, like First Jubilee. We actually got AOK'd First Jubilee by Puff, I think.
You think so?
First Phalanx, First Vigilante, First Star, First Ninjak, Spawn 1.
I do remember that too. That was back when I was actually checking my messages during this stream. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, even McD once I accidentally did, huh? Oh, my hell.
Were you not listening?
No. Probably not.
No, you weren't. But that's okay, because I don't listen either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had said there was one time how you accidentally blocked McD and he had to say his comments through like the chat on Instagram because
I heard the beginning of when you started saying that.
But then you just had selective hearing and didn't hear the rest.
But I lost
And you
interest
give me
somewhere.
you are such a hypocrite. You give me so much crap for not listening, and here you are not listening.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious, guys!
Well,
We're a lost
that's
cause.
it's usually you.
It is usually me. And
This
yeah,
was awesome.
that one we had to get, that homage one where he's like,
This
yeah.
Robin #1.
It is a thing.
And it definitely. I mean, they didn't
it's
write.
not a thing.
They didn't
It's not
write,
a legit thing.
They didn't write like after Todd or after McFarlane or anything, but it definitely does remind you of those like ASM 300s covers.
That is a really generous.
But what's
price
cool
one.
about this one is embossed
Yeah, it seemed kind of shiny too.
like that Catwoman, and it is shiny, yeah, like
And
that
then-
Catwoman #1.
This is another #1 that I had to get because it's come on, you guys know. Last Days
And it's another Mark Brooks cover.
Last Days of Ant-Man Secret Wars #1. And like this cover, I thought it was so gorgeous. I had to.
Yeah, that cover is sick. I've never seen that cover before.
It's me and my #1s. I don't know where I just like collecting some of them.
So it was probably.
But that cover is really good too.
I might have to look that one up. I'm sure that's
bet.
probably a one shot.
It very well could be. I don't even remember when it came out, but it is Brooks that did it, and it's
Did I not get the other one?
it's gorgeous. I don't know. Did
It
you?
might have ended up in the hold, maybe. I can't remember. Because
don't-
this is the only Deadpool one.
Maybe I think so.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see as we
I don't
get
know.
farther through the.
That's a good question there.
stack.
You got, sir.
But
That's-
she
that's a
actually
good
found this
question.
one.
Yeah.
This is actually part of her hunt.
Yeah.
But yeah, Deadpool 55 from the first series. And I did find another one from the first series. I have most of
Yeah.
them from the first series. I mean, there's still like some smaller holes here and there.
Well, and it's funny that I did find that one because it was right as you came over to where I was at. Because there was a few others I set aside that I thought he was looking for, and I didn't know if he had them or not, so I set them aside, and then he did have them, so we didn't get them. But
Yeah.
that
Uh,
Scarecrow one, though, I would have done the Catwoman book, but then what had reminded me of it is this book that he found last couple weeks, and then it was in the hold for a while, and we got it out today. And it's a
oh.
Detective Comics Batman.
And that thing, when you were putting it in a new bag and board, you kind of flip through it, and that thing is.
This is like white pages.
Yeah,
This is a beautiful copy.
those pages were like super white, and it's probably what from the 80s maybe.
Yeah, Fear is the key. And it's even got Green Arrow in it, and I like kind of flipped through it and read part of it with Green Arrow.
Yeah, because I actually found that at the LCS when I went during the week by myself
Yeah.
to get that Coyote 11.
The colors on it are still just like really good too, and it's like you got Scarecrow. So it's like this one would be a close runner-up to the Scarecrow one.
Yeah,
But
and that's why I put it in our hold, because knowing that you're a big fan of Scarecrow.
yeah. The other one that I would have done though, if I was on the Halloween edition, though, like what I would have done for like the category
For
comic
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, I think would have been the Catwoman one.
Oh
But
yeah.
this one is still just like, yeah, it's like white pages and it's beautiful and I love it.
Yeah, that thing is like crazy, and
Fear is the
it's also
key.
got Green Arrow in it too.
Yeah, it's in Mortal Kombat with the sinister Scarecrow.
This one
So
had
good.
actually been in our hold for a little while too. And
It's
if
a great book.
I need to look it up again though. I'm pretty sure this might be her second or third appearance, or
Right? Yeah, it is a way dope Deadpool cover.
Miss Marvel #2.
And I found it like right as you came
Oh
over.
yeah, that Deadpool cover. And
Yeah.
the cool thing about that is I had actually been looking for that one for a long time.
I like how it had a Punisher on it too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why.
I was trying to. I did come across a few Moon Knights in the random boxes, but they were ones that we already had.
Yeah.
And when I was coming across a few of them, I'm like, come on, please be one that I'm looking for. And then I didn't find it.
It's hard, at least in our area. I don't know if it's that way for other people, but it's kind of hard putting these Moon Knight runs together.
In our area, yeah.
Yeah, because like all the
Actually,
ones that
I don't
we
know
see.
if we can really say that because we still haven't been up north to the two shops up there in like Ogden.
We do, yeah, we do.
We
Still
do
need
have
to go up there.
soon. One of these days,
especially
we'll go up there.
before like the winter,
Yeah,
before like it starts snowing and stuff.
yeah. We'll have to find those.
Um,
This is one he found, and I was like,
oh yeah,
yeah, we should get it. It
Ka-choong. Yo,
Ka-choong!
yeah, Ka-choong dropped right,
Hello!
dropped right in the Miss Marvel days.
Good timing. I was daydreaming there for a second. Yeah. So he found Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane 130. And it's can Lois Lane prevent mental murder? Special Rose in the Thorn in Nightmare Alley.
Yeah, because you've like just kind of slowly been acquiring more Lois Lanes.
I really have been too. That 10 is on the book though, unfortunately. For a second, I thought it was just on the bag, but it's on the book. But it's okay because I still like it.
Yeah, I kind of don't mind that stuff on older stuff sometimes.
That too.
I mean, if it was like in the center of the book or something where it just kind of ruins the art,
Yeah.
then maybe. But
Louis, don't!
I thought
can't
it was
help
funny.
what I'm doing.
I thought it was funny that she was like
So
shooting
true.
him.
Yeah.
And then later I got home, then
I
we realized
still-
it was an April one.
I still really love the other one with the purple cover where she's like all super and she's like got her arms out and she's like, I'm super like you. Now can we get married?
Can we finally get married?
I love that one too. It's such a good one. Evening. Oh, we're chilly after a long week. Yes.
We're chilling. Yeah, a long week.
It
Yeah,
was
I love the
really
early Miss
long
Marvels.
week.
Yeah, I do too.
And I work tomorrow. I don't want to work tomorrow, but I have to.
I know. I hate
It's
it. I
okay.
hate when you work the Sunday shifts.
It's such a nightmare to get me up in the mornings.
But yeah, I love that
That's
early
fun.
Miss Marvel run too, and that's really what I'm working on. The Miss
Mm-hmm.
Marvel #1 is not quite Grail, but I mean it's kind of like a book I've wanted for a while. I've been looking for
Like a side grail,
kind of like a key or like kind of a personal
a
key or whatever.
backup. maybe.
But
I don't know.
but our LCS did have like 3 issues, 3 and 4, I think too. Issue 3 is a pretty dope cover.
Yes.
One of her early ones I want is actually her first appearance in the, I think they call it the Warbird suit or whatever, but like the black bathing suit that uh, costume she had for a little while.
Oh.
It's later in that run. It's like is it 20 or 21? I can't remember. Kachun
Well,
might know. It's like 19 or 20 or somewhere in there. I'll have to double check, but
it's one of them. It's one of them.
yeah, it's one of those.
There
Pretty
was a
sure.
book. McDea tagged me in 31 Days of Halloween, and I was gonna post. Was it House of Secrets or was it a
No,
shadow book?
it might
Oh,
have
I didn't
been.
realize you got another one of those. Okay, but no, it was a Fandom Stranger was the one I was gonna post, and it was really weird because it's like from like the distance that I took it, it didn't have like the grade like
Gradation.
yeah gradulated or that's not a word like
Yeah, it was,
pixelated. I don't know.
pixelated is more accurate of what it was, though, almost.
Yeah, it was really weird because it was like it's like on how some things on like TV and cameras they can't be captured, kind of like is addressed like blue or gold or whatever it was that thing was like for a while, because it's like I had taken a picture of the book and I was getting ready to post it, and then like when I did it so you could see like the whole book and not just like have it cut off, it like pixelated some of it, and then it just like
Mm-hmm.
got under my skin that I couldn't post it because I'm like I have to retake the picture. I can't just like it doesn't do the book justice. It like yeah.
It kind of does detract from it
Yeah.
because like it's nothing that you see with the naked eye, but
As soon as you like zoom into it, it like
yeah.
gradates it or
And wasn't it doing
like
it
does
too?
like the hat like the crosses like
Crosshairs, yeah,
yeah.
like cross
It was
hatching.
yeah cross hatching. Yeah, it was really weird because it like made it like
Does
pixelated.
it do it when you just like bring up the
No,
camera over it, but not take the picture yet? But just when you're looking at it like through the viewfinder,
I didn't do it
it
then.
wouldn't do it then.
Yeah,
So it's only once you take it.
it was weird.
Because like when you, even if you're just looking through the viewfinder, like at like a computer screen or a TV screen, how it does that thing. I think
Like those lines. Yeah, it was like
it
that.
was like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah. It's
I
weird.
think it does that if even if you're just looking through the screen, not taking a picture yet.
Sometimes it does like that. She-Hulk trade that we have. Every time I go to take a picture of that one, the lighting on it like automatically adjusts. So it's like if you have to take
Hate
it
that.
right at the right time. Otherwise, the color and the shading on even She-Hulk is different than what it looks on the book in person. It,
Ah,
it, it, I've taken a picture of that one a couple of times, and it's always tripped me out because I'm like, it's just like automatically trying to auto
like
like
auto color correct.
yeah, and it just like it's weird. But
And you've done it where you even turn it off, where you when you turn off like auto.
I
Well,
don't think I've done it where I've turned it off. But yeah, it's really
because
weird how
I
like
know you can
cameras can pick up
turn
different things than what's there.
than like
Yeah.
what the naked eye can see. Yeah.
Hmm. And then these ones I almost didn't get because I didn't find the third one, but then I decided to get them anyways. No, it's fine. No worries. No worries at all. I I I, I try not to stress, but yeah.
Well,
No,
no,
it
yeah,
like
that's
it was one of those obsessive compulsive things where I'm like, oh, I've already taken the picture. I was gonna do it, and then I didn't. I'm like,
I mean,
it
honestly, if you
happens.
posted it, I don't think
It'd
most
probably
people
be more than
probably,
fine.
yeah, most
And
people probably
like
wouldn't even notice it.
yeah, but you know how I notice like the
But
weirdest
it's a
things.
trip
So
though. It's a trip though, because once you showed me what it
mm,
did, I looked at the actual book like with the naked eye, and if you look at it close enough, you can see
right,
like the kind of like
the lines, but yeah,
the like dottyism in it, and
yeah, but yeah,
yeah,
no worries, no
yeah.
worries. I don't stress too much about it.
So
It just like
the
yeah,
last three I have are kind
it's
of
my OCD.
fitting with the Halloween theme.
I still got like 7 more to go.
Yeah, yeah.
But to be fair, one of them's like a 1 through 5, and this one is a 1 through 3. I almost didn't get them, and then I ended up getting them anyways, and so I just have to find the third one. But it's the Sandman presents Lucifer, and so it's like I found these ones in those random boxes too, the Morningstar
The
option,
Morning Star option.
and this one was just like a 1 of 3 series, and so I have 1 and 2, but I need to find 3 now, and I looked everywhere trying to find them, and I couldn't find them.
Yeah,
Or
our LCS in the trade section has a huge collection of like older Lucifer and Hellblazer and Swamp Thing, like in
yeah.
the old Vertigo like big like oversized trades collection. It would be so awesome to have all those because
It really would be.
there's older runs of those characters from the Vertigo stuff that I really want to read.
These ones were April of '99, so I would have been 10.
Like for
But
instance,
yeah, this is the second one, so I need to find the third issue to this one.
yeah, we gotta find that one.
Yeah,
For instance, I'm pretty sure they've probably done an Omni. I would think they
so.
have of this, but no, like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. I
Ooh.
would love
I
to
think
read that.
I would bet there's an Omni or
I would
or a
think,
trade,
yeah. I
or a
mean, especially with
complete
it being Alan
collection.
Moore.
Like there just
Well,
have to
I know
be.
there's trades. I know there's trades for sure because I've seen them at our LCS. But
Yeah,
I mean, I would think that they've done an Omni of it at some point.
definitely weird. Yeah, it kind of tripped me out a little bit though when I
I know
took the
it.
picture
It does
'cause it
make
was
it
like,
look weird though. Yeah.
yeah, it's like
Because
these
you don't notice it with the
unexplainable
naked eye.
things.
So
Yeah.
then you take the picture and it's like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like at my mom's in the fireplace. I'm the only one that can see it without a camera, but at my mom's fireplace that she has, it's like it has like the rocks that are like this style that was back in the day when the house was built. But if you like have your phone and you like put it, the camera on to a certain spot, you can see like a face on one of the rocks.
and
And
it's hard to see with the
you
naked
can't
eye.
see it, but well, everybody that's been at my mom's and has seen it can't see it outside of seeing it through the camera. But I've always just been the only one that can see it with or without a camera. But it's a trip. It's
I
weird
can't
because
remember.
it's
I
like
remember you telling me that, but
yeah.
I can't remember if I tried.
It's just like this weird face, like in the rocks, like it looks like like a side swipe and like has like a hat like type thing, but yeah.
Huh.
It's weird. I know, like, my mom and my sister and Dino and Jamie, they couldn't see it unless it was through the camera. And then, yeah.
So the first time you ever noticed it, was it through a camera or not?
For me, it was not. But for everybody
Oh,
else, it
but
was
for
through
everyone
the
else,
camera.
they
Yeah.
notice through the camera they can see it. But
Yeah.
wow,
It's
that's
a
a trip.
There's more to this world than meets the eye.
Oh yeah.
There has to be.
I know,
there's,
like,
it just has
especially
to be.
when you like I've looked a lot at like spirit photography and stuff too.
Mhm.
Like yeah, like you were saying, it's what you can't see with the
Ooh.
naked eye, but sometimes
was-
other stuff can pick it up.
There was that one video I came across on Facebook where it was like this hotel and they could hear this screaming and then like
That
the dude goes up to the hotel room and there's like nobody in there and then he opens the door and he goes in and then it's like they do a playback and you can like clearly see like the shadow of like a ghost like walk out as he walks in and
yeah, it's straight up like
The-
like a shadow, like moving shadow, like,
it's a trip.
and you can hear the screaming too, like
Yeah.
before he walks in, and then nothing's in there.
Yeah, it just gave me goosebumps.
Speaking of shadow,
Ghosts, they exist. That's why we need the Ghostbusters. That's who I'm gonna call.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, speaking of
Mhm.
shadow though, here's the shadow number 11.
Yes.
We do have issue 1 in the hold still. I was hoping of getting it out today, but
Next time.
yeah, hopefully we can get it next time.
Comic Head 84
It's a really good copy of it,
is
too.
doing a comic unboxing, undervalued book. So check that out too. Comic 84 just went live. And then
Oh, he's doing a
Life with Two YouTubers is doing oh wait, nope, that's not a live video. That's just video I'm gonna have to catch later. But yeah. Random question for the onlys. If you were to walk outside and look up and see any comic hero fighting the rogue gallery villain, who would you want to see fighting who?
Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom. Just off the like first blush, right off the top of my head, because I would want to see Doctor Doom. I mean, but another one would be like Batman and Raish. That'd be kind of crazy. Batman and Raish al Ghul.
Yeah. I'm thinking.
Which would just be some epic sword fight, but yeah. Cause that like Neil Adams book, like that's like it's still a big personal.
Could
grab.
you imagine like a poison ivy against Scarecrow?
See, that would be cool. Seeing
That could be
something like
interesting.
that with more like supernatural power. Because she has control over like plant life in the green.
Yeah.
And
That one would be interesting because it's like my first thought was like maybe Green Arrow and Scarecrow, but Green Arrow was already put up with like Vertigo and Scarecrow are so similar that it's like,
Yeah, they
one
do have
that's
a lot
kind
of
of already been
similarities.
done, but seeing like an Ivy where she has like control of like the plants and stuff, and it's like the toxins and like poison Ivy, but then like Scarecrow, like
Yeah, that one would
that
be cool.
that could be interesting. That'd be
Think
really interesting
think
to
of
see
like
Ivy against Scarecrow.
no, when one would just be like mind blowing would be like Doctor Strange and Dormammu or something.
I love that one in the movies though. Jamamu, I'm here to bargain. What
Yeah,
is this madness? I'm here to
we
bargain.
still haven't seen the last of him in the MCU.
No,
They have
yeah.
to do more
There's
with
there's gonna be
Dormammu.
more. There has to be more.
Yeah.
Batman's first Deathstroke for me, the cinematic for Arkham Origins was one of the best I've ever seen.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah, that one would be a really good one.
that one's good.
That one would be really good. And
That one would
then,
be really good
yeah,
too.
because you did look these up, and they were just the 5 issues, weren't they?
Yeah, I'm pretty because I remember I
I
looked
meant
him
to
up.
look them up, but I
I
could
looked
be
him up
wrong.
as we were at the LCS that day.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure there isn't a sixth one. I might look it up again to double check, just to like confirm.
I'm
But
gonna laugh if there is. I wouldn't be surprised.
oh, it's gonna send my OCD through the damn roof though, if
Mhm.
there is.
It definitely will.
So here's another one of the horror series I'm starting to collect. Here's House of Secrets 128. I love
That's a
the
good one.
like black and red on this.
That's a really good one. I like ghost stories.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they're real. They exist. And so then this was I didn't mention it last week I think, but we didn't get it, and so this week we got them, but it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's Shredder in Hell. Yeah,
yeah, Shredder in Hell.
I couldn't read that for a second. But yeah, so I got issue 1 through 5 because it just looks good.
Which this is
And I know
actually the
it's-
variant that we've
yeah.
had to it.
Yeah. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. There could be more than 5 of these, but all of the ones that I found are B cover except for
Oh.
this one. This one's A cover,
There's the one I was looking for. There's the fullback in Milo right there.
of course.
Because that's where
See?
you put the Doom one in.
So I got 1 through 5 of this one because it looked like a really good read, and I want to read more TMNT, so I got 1 through 5, and all of them are the B cover except for issue 2. Issue 2 is the A cover. But yeah,
Yeah,
It
I'm
just
stoked to read that.
yeah. I'm not sure if it's like a 5 issue. We'll have to double check, but yeah, these are like the last 5 books that I had. Is just the TMNT.
Yeah, McD
Shredder's
says I
in
really
Hell.
need to get me some House of Secrets. I love horror stuff. I know I do too, and that's kind of what I've really
5.
been like on our last like few hunts, like the last like month or so. I've really been focusing a lot more on. I mean, usually like Bronze Age horror,
Yeah,
both
I
both
li-
DC and Marvel.
I like some of them to an extent. Like even like with ghost stories and horror stuff, it's like to an extent because like after a while, some of it can like trip me out, but some of it's
Goes
like
a little
it's
too
still
far.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've never really been one to go to a haunted house. I think I've only been to a haunted house 3 or 4 times. There was one when we went to the oh god, what was it? Down south in like Lehigh, the haunted forest.
Yep.
The second I heard a chainsaw, my ass ran as fast as I could, and I like ran so far off track that they like had to get me back into like wherever like
You're running out of
everybody
bounds.
else was. Like the second I heard a chainsaw, my legs just like went from under me, and I was out of there. And yeah, I was long gone.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
One of the people that worked there was like, "Hey, it's okay. You gotta. This is the way to get back to where everybody else is at." And I booked it. Whenever I hear a chainsaw in a haunted house, I run.
Oh, McD did say, yeah, Shredder in Hell is a 5-issue mini.
Yay! That's
Okay,
good.
so it is
Okay,
the 5.
I'm glad it is only a 5 issues.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like I said, I remember checking the my comic shop while we were still at the store last
Yeah.
week when we found that, and yeah, I would think if there was 6, I would have mentioned that.
Yeah, I would have thought, but
But
we are
you never know.
airheads.
Yeah, you
Like,
never know.
I
with
don't know
us.
how we survive. We got to get off this toddler diet.
Yeah, we do. This one, it's kind of in a little bit of rough shape. I mean, it's such a dope cover. I would love to kind of have it in a little bit nicer grade.
That's one that I bet you it would do the same thing with like the graded, like the gradulated. I don't even know if that's a word or if it's what I'm trying to say.
It might, maybe. I mean,
But
because like the drawings itself
yeah,
has a lot of it. And if I'm not
I think it
mistaken,
would.
I think it's a Neil Adams cover. I want to say it might be some of his older horror stuff, but it's Phantom Stranger 10.
You just love the suspense, don't you?
Yep.
You just go on and on
Especially
about
on
a
this
book
book.
before it, and then you finally show it.
I'm glad they. I mean, I've passed on this book so many times at our LCS, and I'm glad that it was just still there.
Ooh.
Because even though it is just just a little roughed up a little bit, like I still love it.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Like it adds
That's
to it.
the second Phantom Stranger one that we have because we only have one other.
Yeah, but this is like a series I'm really gonna work on though, because like yeah, I love the Phantom Stranger.
Yeah, that's one we got to keep an eye out for. Is Barbarian says he's on the hunt for a copy of Monster Tales magazine #1. It's the first
Ooh,
comic I ever as a kid. That's awesome.
that
That's right. Yeah.
is so dope.
I remember the very first book I ever learned how to read was A Fly Went By. I loved that book so much.
Hell, I wish I can remember.
It was the very first book I ever learned how to read was A Fly Went By. And I remember being so proud of myself because it was like, oh, hey, look at that. I learned to read. I read a book on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, A Fly
Hey,
Went By
Cap,
has always been a favorite. Hey, Cap. Good to
Captain
see
Comics.
you. Howdy. Great show on Comic Glories last night. You and Tori killed it.
Yeah,
So
you and
good.
Tori's costumes, holy cow.
It's so,
Yeah,
so
those were
worth it.
dope.
Yeah. Covers for weird war tales. Also, they're cool. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what Andy
Mm.
said. Yeah, those are dope too. RLCS had a couple. You know what one I actually almost got was it was like the Fighting Marines. It was, you know, there's like the Our Fighting Marines series, and then there's like Our Fighting
I
Army.
think so.
Yeah, they had like RLCS had like one or two of the Fighting Marines one, and they had like an old 12 center one that
Yeah.
was a pretty dope cover.
Didn't you have a stack of the horror books? Because
Yeah,
the one that I was gonna post, it was gonna be like the Phantom Stranger one, but I
Yeah.
don't know where the stack is.
Let me get this. Well, I did have one here between our top 5 horror films, but yeah, we can get to it later because I'd rather show this.
Just go with the flow, man. Like it comes up, it goes. You do what you do.
All right, yeah. So this is
Doing that thing you do.
So with keeping with the Halloween theme, this is just some of the horror themed
There's
comics
so
and
many
collectibles
books.
that was already in our collection. And yeah, you should show that first because that's actually the book that you've been talking about.
This is the one that I was gonna post on 31 Days of Halloween. And it's like, so you can't really see it, but like the shadow right here, all of that, when like the distance that I took it at, it looked just like that. But then like I don't know if it'll do it on this camera, maybe not. Yeah, it's not really doing it here, like it was on my phone. But it was just like this shadow right here that was up in the sky. Every time I zoomed out so that you could see the full photo, it like made like this crisscross pattern all over this dude, and it made him a lot darker. And I didn't understand the logistics behind the camera on that one. I'm like,
I know. I don't
that's
know how it
weird.
does it because when you look at it in person really close up, you could see
Yeah.
like the
It looks
all
like
the dots to it.
yeah, like little tiny dots or like shading, but yeah. This is the one I was gonna post though on 31 Days of Halloween.
Today
Like
our
reference,
LCS had. Well, when we got that
Okay.
one, I don't know if it was there, but our LCS had that book again, and
It's not doing it on the camera.
I
But
think it was in like a little bit higher grade because it was like a $14 one.
I think so.
When I think that one wasn't quite that much, but that one's still really good.
You double boarded it, but I can't tell.
Looks
if
like
there's
looks like I triple bordered it.
I think you did. I think you used 4 boards.
What? I wouldn't be surprised because sometimes if there's like,
Maybe there's 3. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been this one.
yeah, I love that cover.
The
I'm
Pieta
stoked I found
cover-
that in the wild because I actually almost bought that book on eBay
Yeah.
like several times.
It's a killer book. I love it. Sorry, yeah, I had to get it.
So this one's actually like a reprint. It's actually the Gladstone reprints to the Vault of Horror. This is the Vault of Horror #4. The Johnny Craig cover. It's from 1991. But yeah, when Gladstone reprinted the old EC, I would love to find some like original books of these. Like some of the older EC ones. I love their like the trade dress on these too, and I just love these ones.
Right, you're itched. It itched.
This is actually one of the first ones we got, I think. Where Monsters Dwell, number 8.
Yeah, that was one of the first ones we got. That one I did post the Frankenstein.
I think this is the only one for this series we have.
See, and here's another one of those Vault of Horrors.
Actually, those would
one
actually be some of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually got those from Huey from Blaster Stash It.
Yeah. That one was really cool. I like that one. This is one that I already did, but it's Ghosts.
Ooh, I was hunting through that series. RLCS has a really good collection of that, and pretty much most of them are all like $3.
This one was really good. The Hunting Hitchhiker, The Most Hated Ghost in England, The Phantom Hangman, Blossoms in Blood.
Yeah, I really want to read that Phantom Hangman one.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of like older like movie posters too.
It really does. It definitely really does. Like I really like that one.
This image, I kind of wouldn't mind like going to Walmart or something and have it blown up into like a poster.
That would be pretty.
Because
cool.
that would look pretty sick as a poster.
I think this is one we got from my buddy, my childhood friend that is down the street from my mom's.
Yeah, we got that one from Dylan.
Yeah, this one we got from Dylan where it's Son of Satan.
Which that character is getting bigger now. I mean, I think he's going to have a series.
Don't we have another Son of Satan book, though? I want to say we have 2. I could be wrong. I think we do have 2 of them.
We might. I think that we might have a second one.
I want to say we might.
And I think this was actually... I think this is like a small first appearance, too. I think it was
Frankenstein's
like
Monster.
first appearance like The Devil's Daughter or some. Yeah, I want to find more of that run.
Comic Head 84's costume last night was great.
Oh, God. Yeah, what was it, Frankenhead? Frankenhead 84.
It was really great.
But I really love this Frankenstein monster cover.
It is a good cover.
How it has the Dracula appearance, but it's also a cover by my favorite.
McFarlane?
Well, he's more like a modern favorite, you could say.
I don't know names.
John Buscema. Come on, you know that name.
I do know that name, but I'm really special when it comes to names. I have a terrible, terrible memory.
Yeah. This here's Adventures into the Unknown 170.
Just a bunch of random ones.
This is actually I think this was actually a Kurt Swan cover. Or no,
Yeah.
Kurt Schoppenberger or whatever as Lou Wall. It's actually one of his like aliases.
We didn't have too many. Going across some of our books last night, though, I came across some that I didn't realize we had. Where I'm like, we
Quite
do
a
have that
few.
one. Yeah.
This was like
But
a
I guess
random
that's what
Walking
happens
Dead
when you end up getting over 4,000 books
in like 2 years.
in like 2 years.
This one is awesome because I love the Universal monsters and stuff.
That one I love so much. Stanley's Stories.
Yeah, Monster Madness by Stan Lee.
I love that one.
This is the cover's technically detached. It's like the only detached cover like I've ever really bought. But it was only like a couple bucks, and this thing is mostly for display anyways. But I mean, I'm still gonna read it and stuff. But it's like because when I put it in a new bag and board, it even though the cover is detached, it like kind of stays on there still. You know, like you don't even notice it.
Yeah, like when I had opened it, caught my hair. When I had opened it and like kind of looked through some of it, it wasn't completely detached. Like, it was just like a very thin thread, like
that's like still hanging on, yeah.
But it's still just like I love when stories have stories of their own.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I don't mind
it.
books that are a little rough in shape sometimes. And I just love this one because how it's like Frankenstein's monster and Frankenstein's bride.
Oh, yeah, see, like the Elvira one where they're getting married. Oh. The mummy and the... I love Elvira. The year before we met, I was Elvira for Halloween. So this one is like one of my favorite covers. Oh, another one of my favorites of this series is the one with Edgar Allan Poe that I posted on Instagram with the pop and the rock candy one. I love this one though too. The Edgar
Yeah,
Allan Poe that one though is a really good one that I love as well.
I
Hey
loved.
Matt, the boy you had 7. Thanks for joining
Yo,
us. Good to see you.
what up, Matt? No, I loved David Avallone's writing in that first one.
It was so good.
It was so
I,
good.
I loved it. And then this one is obviously a facsimile, but I mean, come on.
Oh
Swamp
yeah,
Man.
House of
Swamp
Secrets '92.
Yeah. Swamp
But
Thing. I don't know why I said Swamp
but
Man.
that
Swamp
that one
Thing.
honest that one would be a big grail of mine.
Yes.
But
See,
that
and
book
then
is pricey.
we got issue 3.
Issue 3, yeah.
I was having a moment there.
Love those Bernie Wrightson ones.
They're so
These
gorgeous.
so that
and,
that
like, issue 7.
that Bronze Age
Yeah.
trade we have that we
Mhm.
need to read. It's these issues.
Yeah. It's actually my trade stack out in the living room.
I know we need to get because they did volumes 2 and 3 too.
Issue 9 is so
This one's
gorgeous.
actually the first team up with Batman
Oh yeah, that's right. That is the first
on
team
this
up
on
with
this
Batman.
one, yeah.
So many good ones. And then this is
Yeah, I knew Andy would like this.
Yeah, this one is
Swamp
number 14.
Yeah, I do need to work on this run some more. I can't remember how long this first volume went. I think 14 is the highest one we have.
I think so.
That number 9, it looks like a number 1 issue. Every time I see that, I always
This was the number 8 April or Superman and Swamp Thing. This one I had already posted to Instagram too.
yeah, that one we
I
got
just-
somewhat
I
recently.
really love Swamp Thing. He's a
I do
good
too.
guy.
I've Swamp Thing's another character that goes back to my
I feel like
wee
Swamp
lad
Thing is
days.
underrated.
I think he
like-
is, yeah.
I think he's underrated.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved the Swamp Thing movies, especially the second one,
Yeah.
because I think the first one might have came out either right before my time, or I was maybe just a little too young for it or something. I mean, because like I watched it, but
And then these
the
last
second one with Heather Locklear is like the one that I remember the most.
yeah. And then these last ones are just the Tomb of Dracula one. This one's a facsimile.
That one's a big key. I want to get the original.
We actually have quite a few Dracula ones. I actually really like the Tomb of Dracula. There's
Yeah.
that one, and then there's
This is-
36.
Yeah, Tomb of Dracula is probably like the series that I'll probably be working on the most, like horror series. I've always loved Dracula. Like I said, how the Universal monsters were big when I was a kid.
I love this one too. 43, though, with the purple background.
Yeah, that's actually a Bernie Wrightson cover.
This one's beautiful. I love that one.
Yeah, and I've seen the issues right around it. I don't think he did the other
Giant
covers
size.
because, like this one
This
is
one's like, really cool too.
yeah, this one's like Gil Kane.
Yeah.
Oh, I see, and I forget that we had that one.
This one's way cool.
Yeah,
It's
we
so
did have more
awesome.
of this than I thought.
And these are the
Hey,
Dracula
Southern
ones.
Southern Comic Geek.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Oh, and Andy asked, have we watched the series yet? No,
We need to.
We still haven't, but
We almost bought it on DVD.
yeah, I think once we finally do see it, that's what we'll
Yeah.
do. We'll probably just finally get that
More than likely.
because I do want to just get it on DVD too.
Mm.
I'm hoping that because they're actually supposed to be airing it on WB. Or wait, was it WB? I think
I don't know, was it?
because I think I also heard that it might be going to the HBO app. I've heard I have seen a report or two of rumors of them maybe possibly bringing it back with like a new season on the HBO app.
We'll have to watch it.
I'm
we
fingers
caught up on
crossed that they
Lucifer.
can do it. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
And the way
we
Lucifer
don't
ended,
really watch.
I need to watch more.
I don't think we even have a date when the second half of the season will be back.
My ears are kind of falling. I'm like falling. I can't talk anymore. I'm brain dead. He has this really cool Freddy Krueger thing though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this isn't it at first though. First, we got to
I'm
do
really good at getting him
some
distracted.
of our pops that we do have, like the Michael Myers one.
Mhm.
My favorite horror horror movie character of all time by far.
Jason Voorhees.
Yep. Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. Love that one. And then you got the Freddy one. And this one, okay, so this thing here,
So much.
I've had this thing as long as I can remember. This literally goes back to the original movies. I mean, it even has copyright, fourth New Line, like New Line Cinema, 1989.
That one's kind of freaky. Like, it's thick and heavy. It's heavier than it looks,
It is.
but
It's
it's
like
really cool.
it's like rubber and.
Yeah. It's really cool though.
Oh, Andy said, okay, so that first Swamp Thing series went from 1 to 24. Okay, yeah, so I thought it was shorter like that. So 24, okay.
Do you show it or are you still talking about it?
But no, this thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like rubber, like solid rubber,
Yeah, it's like a thick rubber.
but it's like heavy too.
Yeah. But he's an awesome, like,
But I have no idea where I got that. Like, I've just had it for as long as I can remember.
his eyes even.
Yeah. I mean, I say all the time, like, stuff I had as a kid that I wish I still had and all this. That's like the one thing that I have from back then that I still do.
It was 89. It was made in China, but yeah, he's like a pretty thick, big. My hands aren't that big, but he's pretty tall.
Yeah. It's like that's like solid rubber, too. Hey, Stay Puff. What's going on, brother? Happy Halloween.
But it's like his Freddy Krueger thing, and it's like he's pretty heavy for him being like solid rubber. But I remember when you
Yeah, he
showed
is.
me this, I was like, dear Lord, where did you find that?
It's like, I don't know. It's been with me for as long as I can remember. Yeah, I have no idea where I got it.
It's a cool one though.
I don't know, like if it came maybe with like one of the like movies or something, like, or
And it's like claws all the way quick to the back.
yeah, I don't know. The thing's a trip.
It's awesome.
But yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Happy
I still have that.
Halloween! Ooh, yeah, we'll have to catch that. Watching Mandalorian and preparing. Oh no, we're good. We're good.
What?
It's nothing. But
You can't do that.
preparing for the Comic Call live stream starting soon. We'll have to catch that live.
Oh, I see what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Comic Call live stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times, good times. If you guys missed it, we were on with Inquiring Minds with Hialeah and Javi, and that was a blast.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, you should catch the replay.
When was it? Was it Thursday?
Yeah,
Thursday night?
Wednesday.
Or
Yeah, because it was the day
Wednesday?
that I had off. It was Wednesday because I worked Thursday, Friday, and then
that's right.
I'm off today and I work tomorrow.
Yeah, so check out. I think it's on Hialeah's channel. But yeah, Inquiring Minds. Yeah, we were on that, and it was a blast.
It was a lot of fun. It was a blast. I had so much
I mean,
fun being on there.
we definitely went on some tangents, and
It's what we're good at.
yeah, probably talked about some stuff that we wouldn't think that we probably would have before. Like, yeah, but it was a lot of fun for sure.
It was a blast.
Yeah, we'll have to have them on sometime, or yeah, we definitely do it again too. Yeah, I forget about when I got this one, the giant size Dracula one.
Well, did you have anything else, or?
Oh, it's giant size Dracula number 4. So looks like there's actually some more out there we gotta find.
Yeah.
No, I think that's how I had everything to show. I mean, I know we were thinking of doing like the top 5,
Oh, like scary movies?
like scary movies. And for me, I mean, it's really hard to.
I looked up
like, put it in a-
Split Second. It came out in '92, and watching the trailer, it wasn't as scary, but it was one of the very first movies that ever scared me, and I was like 3 years old at the time, so it's kind of reasonable. But it was Split Second. I love Split Second, and then like Ghost Ship,
Yeah, Ghost Ship's good.
House on Haunted Hill freaked me out.
Yeah, I know that one you like a lot.
13 Ghosts, and what was the other one? No, I already said it. Ghost Ship. The Faculty was one of my favorites. I really loved watching that one growing up.
The Faculty.
My older sister was obsessed with Zeke, that she was like, I'm gonna name my firstborn son Zeke. And she didn't end up doing it years later. My nephew's name is Gabriel, but yeah, it's just yeah. I really loved the faculty. I feel like that one was an underrated one too. It was really good,
It's almost.
but
It seems like it almost. It's pretty close to like cult status, almost even.
a little bit, yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah.
It's like
And
almost there.
Army of Darkness. I really loved Army of Darkness, which even Stay Puft was mentioning. I think it was on his show earlier today. I think I only caught a little bit of one of them, but I think it was Stay Puft where you guys were talking about Army of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that one I loved, but Ghost Ship I thought was really good, and like all the Resident Evil ones are really good.
See, for me, Resident Evil
13
is
Ghosts
more
and
the. I mean, like I like the movies, but just because I'm such a big fan of the games,
yeah.
like I've always loved the Resident Evil games since the beginning, since Resident Evil 1. But for me, like my favorite horror films, they're all older ones. Like we were talking about this yesterday. I mean, there is some of the modern horror movies that I've liked. I mean, a lot of them I haven't even really seen.
Right.
Um, but like some of the ones that I have, like they're good. I mean, this one's almost pushing older, but like the remake to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I
Yeah.
really liked that, especially
Um,
when
I,
I first time I saw it. But
my little sister, was so against seeing the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it was based on a true story. Me and my mom convinced her that
the
it
true story was
wasn't.
nothing like that, though.
Yeah, we convinced her that it wasn't based on a true story or anything, and we finally got her to watch it. And then at the end, we're like, "Oh yeah, by the way, we lied."
Especially with how they filmed it, like they definitely made it seem like one.
Yeah,
How
I
they
mean,
did, how they did the like
yeah,
found footage.
kind of mean, but
Yeah. No, the true story it's based off of is Ed Gein, the one from
yeah,
Milwaukee. I mean, he's not even in Texas.
yeah, that's true too.
Uh, but no, I mean, yeah,
To an
it's
extent.
very loosely based off of a true story. But the Texas
Mhm.
Chainsaw Massacre, though, that is on my top five. It's probably like number three. But
Wrong Turn and The Hills Have Eyes. The Hills Have Eyes freaked me out, and Wrong Turn freaked me out too. But they're still really good movies. I really liked Elijah Dushku in Wrong Turn.
yeah, the first Wrong Turn, I did like that one. I
Mhm.
mean, when it comes to like the horror ones, since I'm a big fan of the older ones, i- it's almost like the
Do
campier
you
the better.
do you remember the Blob?
Oh yeah,
The Blob. I loved the Blob.
yeah.
And then the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes
Mm-hmm.
and Birds. What was that one?
I don't
Was it
know.
just Birds or
I think that was the Hitchcock one.
I think so. Birds
I
can be
think
scary.
Birds. I think Hitchcock did Birds.
Yeah. It was a much older one. But I know there was like the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Strangers on a Train. That was one of my favorite Hitchcocks.
Didn't they remake that one?
I think it's been remade a few times probably.
I think so.
And I mean it's also one of those
Ooh, I
stories
bet.
that also gets like adapted to.
Massive fan of the
Where
Resident Evil games, but Silent Hill can't get away with that. Creeps me out. Yeah, definitely.
this is the Silent
Resident
Hill
Evil.
games I'm a fan of too. Yeah.
I can't watch him play.
That one was
No, there was one. The Evil Within. I cannot watch him play that. He does not run when you're supposed to run, and it gave me anxiety. And I'm like, dear Lord, I cannot watch you play this.
which that was made by the guy um who made the first like few Resident Evils. He was like one of the head creators of
Yeah.
the first few ones. Hey Jeffrey, what up?
Hey Jeffrey, good to see you.
Oh, Andy said I have the Resident Evil novels. Also, they're good. I don't think I've ever read any of the books. I'm pretty sure. I think I knew that they did them. You know what ones I'm a big fan of is uh, I mean technically it's animated, but there's a couple films out there where it's much more like the video games, and it's actually got like the characters from the video games in it.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I can't remember. They always had like a subtitle to it. It'd be like Resident Evil
I can get a haircut again.
Regeneration or something. I can't remember what they were called, but there was a couple of them,
Yeah.
and they were like CGI kind of. It almost reminded me of like a cutscene during a video game. I mean, nowadays games, the graphics are so good,
Ooh.
it's hard to differentiate between
There was a
that or
really good
cutscene.
game that I had a lot of fun playing, and like all of my characters but one died. It was Until Dawn.
Yeah,
That one was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing that one.
that's
But like
awesome. You
all of
remembered
my
that.
characters died. I
Yeah,
didn't make the right choices and they all died.
and and you got to the very end, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I remember beating it too. I just couldn't remember if you did.
And then it was like after I had played it there I found out that there was like only one or two ways that you could play it to where like nobody dies.
Yeah, I think I heard something
But
that there was a way where.
all of my choices, everyone got killed and they were dead. Like
Hey,
gone.
werewolf.
Hey, Wolf, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. 3 movies and you have them on DVD.
One on
I love
DVD.
DVDs.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a big DVD
Yeah, because I
fan.
remember the first one, and then I think I have 2 of them. I don't think we have many more, but
We
at
might. You'd
one
be
point I did.
surprised.
I know. When
I know we still need to see Blade Runner. That we have like the old and
we have the old one
sequel.
and the sequel. Yeah, we still
Yeah.
need to watch those because I haven't even seen the original Blade Runner. I've never seen the sequel, but I've.
I
It's
also
been a
really
long
like
time
Final
since I've seen the
Destiny.
original.
That first one was good.
Oh, Final Destination.
Yeah, Final Destination. Why did I say Destiny?
Those ones were good too.
Huh. Yeah, I enjoyed them.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they've made a third one by now though, because I remember the first 2 were pretty.
My hair's getting like all
Not like
staticky.
super long in between. God, I wish they would do movies like that with Destiny.
That would be cool. They should.
Honestly, with how deep the lore in Destiny is, and how a lot of it's like off game. I mean, it's like in apps or how you have to read it or how it's like all in the grimoire. There is so much story and so much lore there that I mean they've done the one like comic book already like trade,
Yeah.
but God, I don't know. Like, I would love to like create a Destiny comic forum, because like there's just so much that they can do with
There
it.
is like a Destiny one that I got you though.
No, I know that's the one I meant. Like, yeah, they've done
Oh.
that one,
Oh.
but you know how long it took
There I
them.
go, not listening again.
Yeah, like how long it took them to do those like 5 or 6 issues that's in that book. Like those came out over like a 2-year period.
Wow.
Like
That's a long
like
time.
they should. I know they're, especially with them independently owning Destiny now. With them splitting from Activision. It's just them doing it, like I know they don't have a team to make comic books, but if they
This
ever
is
put one
true.
together, I'm willing to offer my.
You can draw too. You
Yeah,
could definitely draw.
I'm willing to offer my services for sure, because that would be a fun one to work on.
Don't really have anything else, do you?
Well, no, yeah, real quick. So some of my favorite films,
Oh yeah, I
like
didn't let you go even say yours.
most of mine are just pretty much as a series,
Yeah.
especially with how how horror films were of the time back then. The ones I like, the old 80s and 70s and 80s. But favorite by far, Friday the 13th. Second, I'd probably put like Halloween. Third would probably be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then of Nightmare on Elm Street, of course. But
Nightmare on Elm Street.
the one I had actually written down for fifth actually is just one movie. And it's somewhat modern. I mean, it might be old by now at this point. But it was a movie. I think you've seen it. The ending, like, just blows your freaking mind. And it's just like, holy Saw 1.
Oh yeah, Saw. I remember those.
You remember the ending when you realize, like that dead guy laying in the center was the killer the whole time, and he's alive just laying there.
Yeah.
Like, that was mind blowing. Like, I remember that first movie.
Yeah.
I remember it was in the theater the first time I seen it.
I forgot about the Saw movies.
That one was just really ahead of its time. I mean, I think I've only seen.
Just looked Generation 2008.
Oh, okay.
Damnation.
Oh, it was Degeneration, the first one,
You're right.
and then Damnation. Okay, yeah, I remember Damnation, and then Vendetta was 2017.
Oops. Yeah, I do that sometimes too.
Oops.
It
Right?
happens. It's an addiction, man. But like,
The
hey,
crazy thing is how easy it is to spend that much too. Like
right?
how quick
Yeah,
you can. Like
yeah. You
that's the
can.
crazy thing.
Mm, they add up quick.
And the even crazier thing is with that could be one book, or it can
Could
be
be
a
several
thousand books.
books. Yeah,
Yeah, you never
that's
know.
true. That is very true.
But yeah, I think that was pretty much everything.
Here's
The only other thing that we really had was so the only thing with like news thing that we had down was so they cast Moon Knight,
mm-hmm.
Oscar Isaacs, and I guess there's been some fan backlash at Marvel for not casting a Jewish actor with
Yes.
Mark Spector
Mark
being
Hamill
Jewish in the books,
Jones.
but
I think the actor they casted could be good.
I'm looking
I
forward to
think
it. Yeah,
of
because
a
like
lot of horrors I love are zombies and slashers. Yes, there's one of
yeah
my favorite comedy ones is Shaun of the Dead
yeah Shaun
with
of the
with
Dead.
Simon Pegg. Love that one. And then 28 Days Later.
Mm-hmm.
That one freaked me out because it was like not
The
vampires, the
zombies
zombies in 28 Days Later were so
were
fast and
fast.
so quick that it was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they
that one
ditched
was really good too.
the staples that like George Romero
You remember that
had
episode
implemented.
of Supernatural where Sam loses his like lucky rabbit's foot or something? He's
I
like,
love
I
that one.
lost my shoe. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but it did. And then the fairy episode where he's like, you don't see how the fairy gets in the microwave? No.
Oh
It was a good one.
yeah,
Did you
there's some good
guys
ones of
hear
those.
the sad news? Yes,
Oh,
today.
I almost
I
brought that
at
up earlier.
90.
Yeah, I'm glad you
Mm,
remembered that. Yeah,
it
Sean Connery. Yeah,
I
was it
accidentally kind
today?
of freaked him out though because he was in I when I noticed it I had gotten up and walked into the bedroom and I said to him I was like a legend has passed and he's like wait what because he thought I said like legend.
Legend has
Yeah.
passed.
And I'm like, oh wait, no, that's no, he's fine, he's good.
No,
He's
a
still around.
legend.
Yeah, it's like a legend has passed, and he took a few guesses, and I think it was about by the third
I think
one.
it was like the third guess.
Yeah, he died at 90. I
Because
don't.
the only clue you gave me is that it was a James Bond actor,
Yeah.
and I was like, not Brosnan,
Hmm.
and you're like, no, and I'm like, Timothy Dalton, and you're
Hmm.
like, and I'm like, okay, so older
Sean
than that, then I'm
Connery.
like, Connery, right? And like,
He was so good, and he is a didn't he live to be 90?
yeah, it said he was 90. Was it today? I guess he passed, or last night? Definitely within the next day, last day, or I would say,
Within
but
the last 24 hours, I think there can only be one. I agree,
yeah, there can be
definitely.
only one. Yeah,
Sean Connery,
he was such a legend.
he really was, and
One of
he's
my favorite
so
movies
good.
of his, The Untouchables.
Mm. I was really sad to hear the news of Paul Newman because I loved Paul
Yeah, Paul
Newman.
Newman was a big one for
Paul
me
Newman
too.
was so good.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I did hear that news earlier today, and I don't know if it was from old age or if it was from COVID.
They send one of yours to the ER, you send one of theirs to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
That's true.
It was the
But
Untouchables.
oh, I don't
Uh,
think we had anything else. We're almost to another hour and a half.
yeah. Oh wow, yeah. Flew
I'm
by,
kind of hungry.
but at least we
I
got
need
all
food.
three segments and everything in.
We did. We did decent. It wasn't bad.
But yeah, like
It was good.
but like we were saying with like the Moon Knight
My
thing is
hair's
like
getting frizzy.
yeah, like I'm looking forward to it though. I think it was a good.
I think it's a good casting. I think that I'm still a little bummed it's not Keanu Reeves. I can't talk. It's not Keanu Reeves, but I still think the actor they have will be good.
Yeah, and since it wasn't Keanu Reeves for Moon Knight, what there is still like one role that I would love to see him in that's still available.
Yes.
Warlock.
Well, as far as we're aware, it's still available.
Yeah, as far as we're aware. I mean, nothing's been announced for like a Warlock casting, so.
Yeah.
But
Should have been him.
it should have been him.
Definitely.
All right, we love you guys though. Thank you so much for hanging out.
It's been a blast again. We'll be back next week.
Yep, same
catching
time.
up on reading. I don't know if anybody else is live right now. I know Rod usually has his show, but I don't see that he went live.
Yeah, usually he would
And
be on by now.
I think Comic Head 84 might still be live with the comic unboxings. You guys can always check out Comic 84. Comic
Yeah,
Head
he
84.
could still be on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be kind to one another. Much love always. Try to be nice and happy Halloween. See you guys next week.